In the current polarized political and cultural climate of the United States, the issue of immigration dominates the narrative in the media and among lawmakers. Much of the time, lost in the battle of rhetoric are the majority of individuals and families who legally seek entry or already live among legal U.S. residents without documents. The United States Department of Homeland Security's webpage for citizenship and Immigration Services states that the United States lawful immigration system is one of the most generous in the world. However, documented status or not, the word immigrant has become synonymous with illegal, and the consequences of the growing animosity towards undocumented immigrants in particular are impacting thousands of individuals and families. As of 2016, the estimated number of unauthorized immigrants living in the United States was 11.3 million. They are men, women, and children, many with family members who are American citizens or visa holders. Roughly 7.6 million, that's 67%, of undocumented immigrants are from Mexico and Central America. 1.8 million, that's 16%, from Asia. 685,000, that's 6%, from South America. 579,000, 5% from Europe, Canada, or Oceania. 351,000, that's 3%, from the Caribbean. And 318,000, that's 3% from Africa. Missing from the popular narratives is that many undocumented immigrants initially come to the United States legally and overstay their visas, or come seeking legal asylum from violence and oppression. Once here, many perform jobs most American citizens would consider beneath them. They work on dairy farms, they harvest produce, they build or clean houses and businesses, all for far lower wages than most American citizens would accept. Additionally, contrary to the popular narrative of immigration opponents, they are not eligible for many benefits available to low-income American citizens, commonly referred to as welfare. Moreover, much of the undocumented immigrant population consists of those brought here as young children, commonly known as dreamers. In today's political climate, immigration policy reform is in the mouths of many politicians. The separation of families in concentration camps across the country are affecting the psyche of the undocumented immigrant and the thousands of United States citizens related to them. The criminalization of immigrant population affects not only immigrants, but the rest of the population as well. A study found that social workers are more likely to retain biases and negative feelings towards immigrants because of the negative rhetoric in politics and society about immigrants. The mistreatment of immigrants has a long-term effect on this population. In a systematic review of 40 peer-reviewed manuscripts and immigration policies, it was found that undocumented immigrants were more likely to screen for depression, anxiety, and PTSD due to anti-immigration laws. Aside from the anti-immigration laws, not only affect immigrants, but the families and friends of immigrants are affected as well. In 1986, the Immigration Reform and Control Act was passed, stating that employers could not hire undocumented immigrants. This act has led to allowing employers to exploit undocumented workers with impunity and has a chilling effect upon the rights of all workers. The anti-immigration laws are affecting the population as a whole and therefore is an important issue for social work macro practice. Allyship is the first step in forging a non-exploitative process of assessment, emphasizing and forming alliances with undocumented groups to raise awareness, engage local council and state officials also are ways to begin planning for a non-exploitative process. Undocumented immigrants often are exploited because they are unable to obtain a simple driver's license. In New York, Governor Cuomo is pushing for a bill that will allow undocumented immigrants to acquire driver's licenses. The bill is called the Green Light Bill. Similar bills also exist in 12 other states in America. Supporting this initiative by communicating support for this bill will greatly help undocumented immigrants. The names of license holders and applicants' personal information wouldn't be accessible to authorities such as the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents unless subpoenaed as part of a criminal investigation into the user.